Dave Weigel from the WAPO said he never gets out of a conversation with you cynical. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are cynical. Can you speak to them for a minute about, just on a human level, how to keep going?
I will. Cynicism is just an excuse for not helping. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. These people who say, I'm so traumatized by what's happening. Do you think the people walking across the bridge at Selma were not traumatized? Do you think the women suffragettes who were thrown into prison for having the audacity to march for women's suffrage, and the conditions in the prisons were so awful that they went on hunger strike? The response of the prison officials was to send men into their cells, force these metal contraptions onto their necks, and force feed them. You think they weren't a little bit anxious? You think they weren't traumatized? This is why people all over the world look at Americans and think, what are you people thinking? What are you people thinking? Get over yourselves. Yes, this is a difficult time in our history. It is. It's a difficult time. And I feel for younger people because I'm from a generation where I can't say we didn't get to party. But then on the other hand, there have been generations before us that had us tough. We had abolition, but then we had abolitionists. We had the institutional suppression of women, but then we had the women's suffragette movement. We had segregation, and then we had the civil rights movement. We're not going through anything other generations have not gone through. These forces, remember, out of 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence, 41 of them were slave owners. We have always been both. We have always been the dreamers and the forces which would kill the dream. But we are not only the heirs of the problems, we are heirs of the problem solvers. Can we get more graceful and toughen up, please? Let's not be the first generation to wimp out on doing what it takes to push back on those forces. We all have our cynical moments. We all cry. We all go through what we go through. It's difficult. It's tough. But, I'll just tell a real quick story and I'll stop. I sold a book. Oprah had me on. It made all this money. I did what you do if you're in Los Angeles and you sell a book and it sells. You buy a house in Montecito. And I bought a house in Montecito, and it was my first day, and I was on my beautiful Obasan rug, on my beautiful couch, looking out at my beautiful swimming pool, and I heard my father's voice. The bastards got to you, didn't they, little sister? Just don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked in. See yourself as a transformer. Yes, they're going to mock you. Yes, they're going to humiliate you. Who cares? They executed 81 people in Saudi Arabia the other day, in the largest mass execution in the history of that country. Some of those people were executed for quote-unquote deviant views. We're a bunch of privileged Americans. By definition, if you can even be in this room, this is not the moment for us to indulge our cynicism, our frustration, our anger, or any of that. It is time for us to stand up as the men and women that we know we're capable of being and to kick ass for the sake of our country. That's what it's.
Yeah.